Atlanta Pet Rescue and Adoption, also known as APRA, located in Atlanta, Georgia, is a nonprofit, no-kill shelter dedicated to rescuing and rehabilitating unloved, unwanted, or abused dogs and cats, giving them a second chance at life and placing them in safe, loving, forever homes.
So in year 2000, Atlanta Pet Rescue was born. It operated from my home, and we were doing adoptions on Saturdays, first outside of Barnes & Noble on Peachtree Road. And started out with me just taking several dogs and a couple of cats, pens for the dogs and cages for the cats, and setting up outside Barnes & Noble, which was gracious enough to host me.
Atlanta Pet Rescue and Adoption enjoys a much larger facility than in its early days and prides itself on the high level of cleanliness and upbeat atmosphere where the dogs play freely with one another while having access to the outdoors. Cats enjoy a cageless atmosphere, increasing their ability to socialize with other cats as well as getting daily human interaction, and the cats also have access to screened-in porches. When a dog or cat arrives at APRA, they're received in the intake area by the veterinarian team, which is overseen by the shelter's licensed veterinarian and a full-time veterinary technician and veterinary assistant. All animals receive necessary vaccinations and receive a thorough examination. They are tested for heartworm disease, given flea and heartworm prevention, and are microchipped. In addition, each week cats and dogs are transported to be spayed or neutered off-premise at a low-cost clinic to help conquer the overpopulation problem that currently exists. Animals are bathed and, if needed, groomed to look their best before being integrated into their new shelter pen. Animals with special needs are always a challenge, both financially and emotionally. As a large part of the mission, APRA commits to rescuing sick and injured animals and assists them with their medical rehabilitation through internal and external resources provided by medical experts around the state. No matter the severity of the situation, and in times including animals with life-threatening issues, APRA commits time and resources to ensure each medically fragile animal receives a second chance at life.
We had a dog that came in and touched our lives. Her name was Mercy. We assumed she was used as a bait dog. She lived the last few months here, really being loved by all the staff and volunteers. And she touched our lives so much that we created a fund called the Mercy Memorial Fund, just in her honor. And all funds raised go toward medically fragile or critical animals that need our help.
With little knowledge of their past history, dogs with behavioral issues are something APRA encounters frequently. Through the dedicated in-house behavior and training team, with the assistance from the expert trainers at Canine Coach, APRA develops individual plans to improve and resolve unwanted behavior.
So we do have some dogs who have more significant behavioral issues that we have to spend more time with. And we do lots of great things with them. It's not just about getting them out and taking them for walks, but we're doing things like canine scent work, which is an actual dog sport.
New to APRA is a concerted effort toward training and enrichment, and our unique partnership with Canine Coach. Specializing in training by nationally recognized expert in canine behavior, Amber Burkhalter, Amber and her training team give of their time and expertise to assist the in-house training team and volunteers with a training regimen that will assist each dog to walk on leash and learn general commands like sit, stay, and down.
I am so happy to be a part of this process because it also allows myself and my interns or my training staff to be able to give back to the community and be a part of what is happening here in Atlanta Pet Rescue.
With a robust volunteer program of 450 active volunteers and a lean, dedicated staff that is passionate about animal welfare, Atlanta Pet Rescue and Adoption has been held in high esteem in Metro Atlanta. Operating a shelter takes a host of passionate staff and volunteers. Cleanliness and a concerted effort toward making sure the facility is always sanitized to prevent contagious outbreaks is a hallmark at APRA. Mopping, litter box cleaning, dishwashing, window washing, and sweeping are ongoing each and every day in the shelter environment.
We use volunteers at our front desk, so they are the first people that the public see as they walk into our building. We use them as adoption counselors to help match animals to their lifestyle. We use volunteers off-site to represent APRA at other events. So volunteers really are a part of everything that we do here at APRA, and we couldn't do what we do without them.
Atlanta Pet Rescue also offers a junior training camp for children ages 9 through 15, which is offered several times throughout the year. The camp teaches children about animal rescue and helps them understand the importance of volunteerism and how best to care for an animal.
We receive 75% of our animals from county kill shelters, so we have a team that go out around Georgia and some third-party companies that work with us to pull animals from high kill shelters so we can give them a second chance at life. And then we also take some owner surrenders from people who are having emotional or financial difficulties, unfortunately can't look after their animals anymore. And our mission is to really find homes for lots of homeless and pets in need, and we work tirelessly to keep this shelter up and running and enrich the animals' lives, and hopefully find the best homes we can for them.
So when a pet first comes into our facility, one of the first things that I do in my position or my role is I interact with the animal, dog or cat, just to figure out what personality they have. Are they shy? Are they friendly? Do they like to play with toys? You know, just figure out who they are so that I can get the best possible picture, you know, to put them on our websites, and then also to figure out who they are so that we can write up the best possible bio for them and make them as marketable as possible.
And then we have the amazing operations staff who work on the floor training animals, cleaning, sorting the animals out, feeding the animals, caring for the animals. So we have a great varied team doing lots of different jobs.
When we order anything for the shelter, whether it be paper towels or laundry detergent, we're always trying to make sure that we are buying the most cost-efficient items for the shelter so that we spend less money on those types of items and spend more money on the veterinary care and medical needs of our animals.
The joy truly begins when an adoption contract is signed and a staff and volunteers say farewell to one of our furry guests, knowing they have found their forever home. A few days after settling into their new atmosphere, APRA follows up with the adopters and in most instances receives wonderful stories and testimonials of what a positive impact the dog or cat has meant to a family. Each animal touches the hearts of staff members and volunteers as they are being prepared for their forever homes.
It's just very, very comforting to know that they come to a good place and stay here for a short while and get adopted quickly into great homes. And we hope that Atlanta Pet Rescue continues to go on and thrive as it has into the future.
I'm Micah Hill. I'm Executive Director of Atlanta Pet Rescue. And on behalf of our Board of Directors, our staff, and all of our volunteers, we'd like to thank you for your support. I encourage you to support your local shelter because they're trying to give a voice to these dogs and these cats that are unloved, unwanted, and need to find homes. We help them medically, we help them behaviorally to really set them up and find them their forever home so that they have a great second chance at life.
Like Atlanta Pet Rescue and Adoption on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Atlanta Pet Rescue, or on Twitter @ATL Pet Rescue, or visit our website www.atlantapetrescue.org.